This is Manikanta S. from Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. So I'm going to discuss about the topic User Datagram Protocol, which comes under the course of Computer Networks. So the User Datagram Protocol, which is also called UDP, is a connectionless, unreliable transport protocol. It does not add anything to the service IPs except for providing process-to-process communication instead of host-to-host communication. UDP is very simple protocol using of a minimum of overhead. If a process wants to send a small message and does not care much about reliability, it can use UDP. Sending a small message using UDP takes much less interaction between the sender and receiver. So this is the block diagram of an UDP, which is having the client sends the request, either it is small message and the server responds to it. So these are the UDP best practices. The general services provided by UDP are process-to-process communication, connectionless services, flow control, error control, checksum, congestion control, encapsulation and decapsulation, queuing, multiplexing and demultiplexing. So the process-to-process communication. So we all know that UDP provides process-to-process communication using socket address, a combination of So coming to the checksum, UDP checksum calculation includes three sections: pseudo header, the UDP header, and the data coming from the application layer. The pseudo header is a part of the header of the IP packet in which the user datagram is to encapsulate with some fields to the OS. Congestion control. Since the UDP is a connection protocol, it does not provide congestion control. UDP assumes that the packet sent all small and sporadic and cannot create congestion in the network. This assumption may or may not be true today when UDP is used for interactive real-time transfer of audio and video. And encapsulation and decapsulation. From the message for one process to another, the UDP protocol encapsulate and decapsulate messages. We have talked about ports without discussing the actual implementation of them. In UDP, queues are associated with ports at the client side, which a process starts. It requests a port number from the operating systems. Some implementation create both an incoming and outgoing queue associated with each process. Coming to the multiplexing and demultiplexing. In a host running a TCP protocol, there is only one UDP, but possibly several processes that service of UDP. To handle this situation, UDP multiplexes and demultiplexes. So coming back to the UDP applications, UDP is suitable for process that require simple request response communication with the little concern for flow and error control. It is not usually used for a process such as FTP that needs to send bulk data. UDP is suitable for process that with internal flow and error control mechanism. For example, the trivial file transfer protocol, which is TFTP process, includes flow and error control. UDP is also suitable for transport protocol for multicasting. Multicasting capability is embedded in the UDP software but not in the TCP software. UDP used for management process which such as SNMP. DP is used for some route updating protocols such as routing information protocol, also called as RIP.